Barn Find BMW 2002. We got her relatively fixed up. Looks a lot better than it did when we pulled it out, so I'm excited to show you guys. It's come a long ways this past couple months. I've been out dungy fishing, crabbing on the coast, so haven't been able to produce much video. It is what it is, you know. Work comes first before the YouTube stuff, but I thought I'd show you guys a little bit of the car since it's come a long ways, and got a lot of big plans for this thing. Plan on getting a supercharger kit and a couple other stuff. It'll be one of the first ones to have one, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Before I show you guys all the stuff on the car, I'm gonna throw it back to, I think it was a month or two ago when I changed the oil, and then I got a check valve for the brake booster. So I actually have brakes now, which is sweet. And I was able to drive it to the hangar. So yeah, I'll send it over to Eric from the past, and you guys will just see a little bit of that, and then I'll bring it back here and we'll check out the car. So stay tuned. Well guys, little update for you. It's been about a month. Car idle's good now, runs good. Brakes, I rebuilt the calipers. Front brakes work good, but I broke a bleeder valve on the passenger side rear wheel, so I'm able to bleed the rear brakes. So the brakes are a little not squishy. It's a really firm pedal, but and they'll brake. I just don't get a lock. It won't lock when I put my foot to the floor. There's no like screeching halt. It's just kind of still barely slow. So there might be a problem with the master cylinder. But yeah, it runs really good. I took the old bumpers off, put on these new Euro bumpers. I haven't put the new front one on because it just doesn't fit right. There's something a little off about it, so I'm just kind of running it like that. I'm gonna have to take these out. It was a Blundtec kit, and usually they fit really good, but the bumper would sit too far to angle like this, and it wouldn't match the trim line, and I want it to sit more flat. So, but yeah, I haven't cleaned it since I cleaned it the first time and buffed it all out, but it's looking pretty good. Well, right now we're having the oil cap off. We're draining it all out of there. Have the car warmed up to operating temperature for a few minutes, and then yeah, it's almost done booping now. It'll be done here in a second. And then we'll put the drain plug back on with a new lock washer. We'll put a new oil filter on it with a new seal. And yeah, and then should be good to go. Well guys, just got my new brake booster. It should be black towards the motor. And because the white holds the vacuum, so should go like that right there onto my brake booster, and now I should get brakes, which is what I've been missing. So we're gonna plug that in, see if it works, and if it does, I'll leave you guys the link in the description for the part number for this check valve, and yeah, hopefully the brakes work. We'll see what happens. Right now it just has a 90 plastic piece in it. It doesn't it's not a check valve, it just blows air straight through, so it doesn't hold a vacuum, which I think is my problem. So, yeah, stay tuned. Well, there's all the stuff from the past. Oil change went good, hasn't leaked oil since. Haven't changed the fluid in the radiator yet, I should do that. Blew a serpentine belt. 2 weeks ago I was taking Carter for a drive in and around the airport, and serpentine belt blew up. Or I guess not the serpentine belt, the belt that runs the water pump and the and the alternator blew up on us, so I had to search for that belt forever. It's a different size than the stock belt, which I found interesting, but I think it's a different alternator. But got that belt. Now the car runs great. So there's the new car, or there's the car. I guess it is a new car. It's completely changed. I've done quite a bit to it. I ditched the whole front bumper idea and went with a Kugelworks fog light kit, which kind of mounts the same as the Blundtec kit, a little different, but I like this look way more. It's the look I originally wanted to do, but wasn't sure. I got these are still pretty loose. I don't have these bolted in all the way, but I have a pair of Hella, whatever you want to call them, yellow fog lights that I have mounted up, but I still have not wired. Obviously, that'll be coming soon. But I think this looks way better. The front bumper kit from Blundtec that I got didn't fit well. Didn't match the line of the car right. So I changed it and went with a new look. This is a big change. I got new Panasport wheels for it, 14x6s. The offset's ET25 and new Dunlop tires. I can't think of what these are called right now. Dunlop Dureza Z3s are the new tires I got on these wheels. Not new lug nuts though. I'm using the old ones, so I gotta put the get some new ones on it so they kind of match. But totally changed the look of the car. Yeah, it just looks way better than it did before with those old wheels, and looks pretty shiny right now. It's really not that shiny at the moment, but I gotta clean her up a little more. Haven't washed it in a while, but yeah, it's looking really good. Looking a lot better. This is the new Euro bumper from Blundtec that I got. This thing fits great. Looks way better than the original rear diving board. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I went smooth. It's a pretty easy kit to deal with. Still need to put some carriage bolts in it. I'm gonna either plug these holes with carriage bolts, or I might try bondoing it. Not sure yet. You guys can leave your thoughts in the comments down below how I should fill these holes. I haven't really been watching too many videos on that. This is super dirty right now, because I've been driving it in the rain from time to time at the airport for a few seconds, just trying to test run it. Car ride's way better with new rubber and new wheels and tires, that's for sure. But yeah, not much has really changed besides the wheels and tires. Interior, still pretty crusty. Needs some work. I got the space heater going in here. Found I had a Momo racing wheel. Had no idea, but I'm not sure what year the racing wheel is, but it's vintage and looks killer. Everything else is the same. There's a stock one besides the radio. And these seats are different. These seats are out of an RX-7, an FC RX-7, which is really weird, but I'm probably gonna either get a pair of older Caros or maybe do a custom seat. I gotta redo the headliner, because the headliner on this car is just, it's gross. It needs to be redone. Blundtec, I believe, has a kit for it. I'll probably go that route again. Dash has a couple cracks. Not terrible. It's a pretty good shaped dash, but a couple cracks. I'll probably keep it for a while before I switch up on it. Carpet's not in too bad a shape. It's a little dirty right now, but yeah, there's some stuff that has to be done, and these door panels aren't terrible. Not great either. Windows roll up and down nice. My smoker windows still work really well, which is killer. This is like my favorite little feature on this little tiny car is the windows. But it's coming along. Gotta fix the sunroof. That'll be a whole project in itself. Not looking forward to it, but when I attack that, I'll probably repaint it. It's the worst paint on the car is on the roof, and I don't know why, but it is. But I'll probably sand it down, repaint it. At least this panel. Might not repaint the whole thing. Paint on it's pretty good. There's a little few chips here and there on the rear deck lid. Besides that, it's not too bad. I still gotta buff out. I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but I still gotta buff out this whole rear section of the car. It's a different yellow in person, but gotta do that. The rear seat, I'll probably get reupholstered. I think I'm gonna stick with the tan. I was gonna go black, but I think I'm gonna stick with tan interior and get tan seats. Even though black's probably the better choice, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's coming along. Still need a side mirror for this guy because I haven't gotten one yet. Been busy. Got new windshield wipers finally last week that look like they're actually gonna work. Got the wipers to work. Headlights and everything work, but yeah, it's come a long ways. I'm really stoked on how well it's turned out and how far we've come. This little project, and yeah, I'll show you guys under the hood too. I don't have it exactly dolled up under here, but I cleaned up a lot of the old dirt that was up here. This sticker's in pretty good shape. But yeah, there's been some change to it. Nothing too crazy, just some new shoes, but yeah, really coming together. Looks a lot better than it did with those bumpers. Same rust spots. It's slowly rotting out right there, which my friends, you know, were saying as long if I go with a wider fender flare, I could just get rid of that and it'll look like it never happened, which is pretty tempting. I might just do that and then I wouldn't have to worry about fixing it, but that spot's still there. Still the bulging part right here where water froze inside the panel. But this panel, still in good shape. Most of these cars are completely rotted out right here. This one's not. There's a little hole by the pedal box on the driver's side. Not too worried about it. I'll eventually fix it. There's a pretty good sized rust hole in the rear trunk pan. I guess I should show you guys that. No rust on this side. This is the best side of the car. It's pretty much spotless. But yeah, not many people do a kind of a close-up look on their cars. Here's some of the better look at those wheels. But it's kind of a gloss rim with a matte finish on the inside. And they look killer. Don't worry, this is just from a sticker. It's not a scuff. But yeah, I'll show you guys this real crummy rust spot in the trunk of this thing. But yeah, there's the floor. So that's the worst spot on the entire car. I'm gonna probably just cut this whole thing out and weld a new one in. The rest of the trunk looks fine. Fuel tank side's fine, but this side is pretty rough. So as you guys can tell, I got my accelerator pedal in there because they're hinged on the floor in these cars and they just slide right off. So that's useless in its current state, and so I just use the little rod that comes out of the floor at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure if I stepped or put any pressure on that right there, it'd break right through. So at some point that needs to get fixed. But the shock tower braces are good, and that's really all that matters. But that will soon be fixed. So yeah, but that's the update on the BMW. Thanks for all the interest in the comments on the last video. These are really cool little cars. I've been wanting one for a while now, so to be able to have one's kind of fun, and one that works. Not the best, you could say, example of one, but it's in a really sick color. I'm excited to bring it back. Excited to get the new exhaust for it that doesn't leak, and it should run pretty good. And I'll get some driving videos out for you guys soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos soon to come. We'll see what we can get out for you guys. with work and stuff. Nick and Carter are both working, so yeah, just thanks for watching, and don't forget to go down, like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys want more BMW content. We can do a video on Nick's plane if you guys want. Fishing videos will be coming out soon. 13's doing good. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, tight lines.